LEIGHTDICKEY.com.
Do you have an event or occasion coming up that could use a special touch? Perhaps a wedding, a production, a show? Good! Then you're in luck. Hayley Moores is who you're looking for. Hayley is a makeup artist in the Toronto, Ontario area, specializing in bridal, glam, natural, and special effects. She's incredibly talented, professional, easy to work with, and has a personality that is second to none. To book Hayley Moores today, follow her on Instagram at mad_milash, that's MAD_MILASH, or email her at madmilash, again, that's MADMILASH @gmail.com. Book Hayley Moores today, you'll be glad you did.
LEIGHTDICKEY.com. LEIGHTDICKEY.com.
What's going on, everybody? Leigh Dickey here. Welcome to another episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast, a new episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast. Today, I want to do a product review, and the product that we are reviewing, or that I am reviewing and telling you all about, is the JLab Studio Bluetooth wireless headphones that I just picked up from Best Buy. This is not sponsored. JLab didn't send me these. Best Buy didn't send me these. But if you guys do want to sponsor the show, please do get in contact with me, and we will set something up by going to my official website, LEIGHTDICKEY.com. But I did pick these up of my own volition because I have wanted to get into, or wanted to purchase, some wireless Bluetooth headphones because I'm just getting sick of having wires run everywhere. And these were in my price range, and they didn't break the bank, so I wanted to pick them up, and this is my review of them. I'm actually using the mic that comes with the headphones to record this review and give you my opinions. But that's what's going on today on the Beats and Speaks podcast. Before we get into the main event, the review of the JLab Studio Bluetooth wireless headphones here on the Beats and Speaks podcast, I do want to tell you where you can find the Beats and Speaks podcast. You can find the Beats and Speaks podcast on my official website, LEIGHTDICKEY.com, iTunes, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are available. Please do rate us 5 stars and leave us reviews at your favorite podcast app and player of choice, as well as my official website, LEIGHTDICKEY.com, and all over my social media pages. I will link them in the description below. Of course, you can follow me at LeightDickey. All information is listed below. If you'd like to get in touch with the show or become a guest, please do email me at LeightDickey, that's LEIGHTDICKEY, @gmail.com, and we can set something up so you and I can go back and forth and have a good old-fashioned conversation right here on the Beats and Speaks podcast. Now that all that housekeeping is out of the way, let's get into the main event, the review of the JLab Studio Bluetooth wireless headphones right here on the Beats and Speaks podcast. Alright, so yes, the review of the JLab Studio wireless Bluetooth headphones right here on the Beats and Speaks podcast. As I said, I picked these up at Best Buy in downtown Toronto, where this show comes to you from. Now, I wanted to pick up Bluetooth headphones, and I've wanted to pick them up for a while. So the main reason for me wanting to pick Bluetooth headphones up was just because I got sick and tired of having wires in the way and then having them get caught on things. Like I've said this several times as well. I'm disabled. I have cerebral palsy. I use a walker to get around, and the wires on my previous daily drivers in terms of headphones, which are some Sony headphones, and those are really good, but the wire is so long that it would get caught on certain parts of my walker. Like there's several parts to a walker, and there are a couple parts that hold the wheels and the legs onto the frame itself. So the wire would be so long on the Sonys that it would get caught around some gears and some parts, and I was just like, okay, I have to get wireless ones simply because I don't want to have to deal with the wires if I'm out and about and trying to just do my daily chores and my daily things. I like to just keep the wires out of the way. And the thing about these that caught my eye was they're budget friendly. Okay, they're about $40 to $45. They're at Best Buy in downtown Toronto. Now, Best Buy's not paying me for this. JLab's not paying me for this. It's not sponsored. These are just my opinions. I was at Best Buy and I saw these right as you walk into the store. Now, this is This is in downtown Toronto, right at about Bay and Dundas. So if you've ever been to that area, there's a Canadian Tire in there. There's a Starbucks in there. There's a Mark's Work Warehouse in there. They're right above the Eaton Center. And I walk in, and that's one of the first things you see are these JLab Studio wireless headphones. I was like, okay. Oh, right off the bat, I'm thinking they're budget friendly because they're 40 to 45 bucks, and that's Canadian, which I like. I don't want to spend an arm and a leg. And I remember, having a talk with one of the sales guys in there, and he says, well, what are you looking for? I said, I don't want anything that's going to drive me into bankruptcy. I don't want to spend an arm and a leg. I don't want to spend the mortgage payment or, because I can't justify wearing something out of the house when all I'm going to do is worry about how much they cost, right? Like if I had, and I was with my mom too, and she says, well, why don't you buy these? They're wireless, they're Bluetooth, they're $120. I can't even justify wearing a $120 pair of wireless headphones because I'm afraid something's going to happen to them. I'm afraid they're going to break. And I was, no, that would scare me. Like they're never going to leave the house at that price point. So, I was looking around and the sales guy that I was talking to that I said, look, I don't want anything that's going to basically drive me into bankruptcy. He gave me some options. Like, I don't want to spend a fortune, basically, is my goal. And that's the be all end all. I don't want to spend a fortune when it comes to, my gear. I'm very budget friendly. I'm very budget conscious. And I don't feel like spending a fortune. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to do that. And please just give me an option here. Well, you can go with these, or you can go with the Beats, or there are other manufacturers and models of things that are of the $300 to $400. I said, that's too much. There's no way. I said, budget friendly. And like I said, I saw these JLabs right off the bat as soon as you walk into the store. And I always kept them in the back of my mind. I went around a little bit. I didn't want to get the in-ear ones simply because in-ear earbuds or headphones or whatever you want to call them, earphones, they bug me because you're actually putting them directly into your ear. I'd much rather have over-ear or on-ear headphones because it's just more comfortable that way. And it's true. The JLab headphones that I'm wearing and that I'm doing this review with and this review of, the headband is really, really comfortable. It's some sort of, I'm assuming it's pleather. And the ear cups, now they're not over ear per se, they're on ear. So they don't encase your head completely and you encase your ears completely. So you might I haven't really experienced any sort of bleed when it comes to using these to make phone calls or whatever, and any sort of audio leakage out the back of these things, but you might experience that. Which, okay, I guess if you're looking for over ear headphones, then, and you want to spend a little more money, all the power to you. I was looking on Amazon, and I might still do the over the ear Bluetooth headphones. I might still invest in a pair later on down the line, but for now, since I was in that area and I was already looking for wireless Bluetooth headphones, and these were $40 to $45, 45 bucks I'd say at most if you're, adding the tax. I can't complain. The audio quality is good. Nobody's had problems hearing me when it comes to using this to make phone calls or using these headphones to make phone calls, which is great. Even I did a couple test recordings before this episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast, and I'm quite happy with how the audio sounds coming out of the mic, even though the mic is actually sitting on, I think it's my left ear. I'd have to look at them again, but I think the mic is actually on the left ear cup, or at least below that slightly, sitting at the bottom of the ear cup. And it's great. I love how they sound. The audio quality, as I said, is great. So you can bump your favorite tunes if you want. Like I was listening to some Alice Cooper yesterday. Alice Cooper is one of my favorite artists. And the audio came in crystal clear. Same thing with the phone calls. It's comfortable. The ear cups are comfy. Of course, they're on ear, so they sit on your ear. They don't encase the ears completely. As I said, probably down the line, I will pick up some over-ear headphones. But for now, because I happen to be in the area and I was already looking for wireless headphones, these are great. It's comfortable. You can wear them for hours at a time, and you're not going to have any problems. Like I said, you may run into issues of audio leakage because they're just on ear headphones. They're not over ear and they're not encompassing the ear completely. But if you're looking for budget friendly headphones that are wireless and Bluetooth, you can't go wrong with the JLab Studio headphones that I picked up from Best Buy. But I'm sure you can get these on Amazon, on your favorite online retailer. The only thing I will say about the JLab Studio headphones that I'm wearing, I'm finding it difficult. I don't know if this is because of the age of my equipment. Like I picked up a Jimmy or I think they're the Jimmy. Yeah, it's a Jimmy smartphone to act as a recorder for my podcast because I didn't want to do reviews with my main smartphone anymore simply because of the interference I would get with not having it on airplane mode just because I ran into some issues with it after taking it off of airplane mode and getting it to read my SIM card again. So I haven't been able to pair it with the Jimmy smartphone that I have that actually I use as a backup recorder, and I haven't had much luck pairing it with my iPad Mini 2, which is from 2016. I don't know whether that has to do with the age of things, or maybe there's something I'm missing when it comes to both pieces of equipment, the Jimmy smartphone and my iPad Mini 2. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that there are people that are out there that are much smarter than I when it comes to this sort of thing, because I'm just looking for the device to show up so I can pair it and I can be fine. It's just I don't want to call them plug and play because obviously there are no wires to be had, but I'm looking for something super simple. So maybe I'm missing something when it comes to my iPad Mini 2 and the Jimmy smartphone. It's just I can't see it. It's not showing up is basically what I'm saying. So if you're trying to pair it with say an Apple device that's a few years old and a budget smartphone like the Jimmy, you may have an issue. Or if you have a solution, please do drop me a line and let me know, because then maybe I can solve the problem and I can do a follow up on this episode. But in terms of the comfort level, when it comes to having them on my ears, great. When it comes to the headband, fantastic. I usually wear a baseball hat when I'm out and about, so these sit really nice on top of my head. I have a pretty big head anyway. I'm probably, well, I don't know, maybe I think when it comes to like the size of a baseball hat, I'm probably about 7 3/8 or something like that, which is, I guess it's about average, but I would think my head's pretty big anyway. So, I mean, I've been told I have a big head, so I don't know. But they sit fairly well on top of the baseball hats that I wear. They sit fairly well on top of my head. Like as of recording, I'm not using a baseball hat or I'm not wearing a hat, period, when as of this recording and doing the review. But with having these for a day and a half, I'm happy with them. They're budget friendly, which is what I like. And it's probably something that you will like too. If you like budget friendly stuff and you're looking for inexpensive Bluetooth headphones to either act as like something you can just wear and listen to your music via Spotify or your favorite streaming platform, then these are okay. So I recommend these. Yeah, if you're just looking for a budget friendly pair of headphones uh, that are fairly inexpensive and you're looking for something simple, you shouldn't have any problems with these. I don't have a problem with them because I paired them with my main smartphone, which is an LG Q6, which is kind of weird because I got this as a gift back in, I think it was either late 2015 or late 2016. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. No, it was probably late 2016, I would think. Yeah. So right around Christmas 2016, I got this as a gift from an old friend of mine, and I'm using it now, even though I didn't actually use it as my main phone until February of last year. So it sat in my house for probably 3 years before I did anything with it in terms of using it as a phone. These headphones paired well with my, LG Q6, which is what I use, and I haven't had any problems with them. But when it comes to pairing them with a budget smartphone like the Jimmy or even my iPad Mini, which I bought in October of 2016, I'm having issues. I don't know why. So if there's somebody out there that knows more than I do, please do let me know in the description. But for a day and a half of using these, they're comfortable. I am having no problems with them. And I've worn these for upwards of 3 to 5 hours at a time, because I'm either out and I'm listening to music or podcasts, and I'm just doing my daily stuff like returning emails and stuff like that. So, again, if you're looking for budget friendly wireless Bluetooth headphones, I'd go with the JLab Studio headphones that I picked up from Best Buy, but you can pick them up online, I'm sure, from your favorite retailer as well as Amazon, even though, Best Buy and JLab, they're not paying me for this review, as I've said several times, but these are great, for them being budget friendly. That's one thing, and they're comfortable. Okay, the ear cups are comfortable. Yes, you might run into some bleed when it comes to phone calls and background interference depending on where you are when your phone goes off, but for what they are and what they deliver, they're fantastic. I would highly recommend the JLab Studio Bluetooth wireless headphones. But there it is, my review of the JLab Studio wireless headphones right here on the Beats and Speaks podcast. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. Find us on YouTube as well under LEIGHTDICKEY TV. All episodes are available at my official website, LEIGHTDICKEY.com. New episodes are available every single Friday at midnight Eastern Time on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Please do rate us 5 stars and leave us reviews on your favorite podcast app and player of choice, as well as leave reviews on my social media pages and LEIGHTDICKEY.com. If you want to be a guest on a future episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast, please do send me an email to leightdickey@gmail.com and we can set something up. Thank you once again for listening. Again, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I have been Leigh Dickey. This has been another episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast, and we will see you all and talk to you all next Friday for a brand new episode at midnight Eastern Time of the Beats and Speaks podcast. Hey guys, what's going on? Leigh Dickey from the Beats and Speaks podcast, here to provide a little update. Now, I know I said in the front end of this episode where I reviewed the JLab Stereo Bluetooth wireless headphones that I was having trouble connecting these headphones to my iPad and my Umidigi or Udijimi smartphone that I use as a recorder for the Beats and Speaks podcast. I know I said I was having trouble connecting these headphones, but I figured out what the problem was. You can't connect multiple devices to, say, the same pair of headphones at the same time. I did not know that. I'm new to this whole wireless Bluetooth headphone and or device thing. Like, I do have a Bluetooth speaker that is actually in my room, but in terms of connecting these, if you are connected to one device at a time, you should have no problems. I've connected these headphones to the Umidigi smartphone that I have, and I've connected them to my iPad, but you can only connect one device to the headphones at any single time. So right now the headphones, these JLab stereo Bluetooth wireless headphones, are connected to my Umidigi smartphone that I use as a recorder for the Beats and Speaks podcast and any other audio projects that I have. I've connected them to my main smartphone, which is an LG Q6. I use that as my everyday phone, so if somebody calls, that phone's going to ring. I have connected them to my iPad mini 2, but I have connected them one device at a time. So if I'm on my iPad mini 2, the headphones are disconnected from the Umidigi smartphone and my LG Q6. If I'm on my LG Q6, then the headphones are disconnected from the Umidigi and my iPad mini 2. And if I'm on my iPad, then they are disconnected from my Umidigi smartphone backup recorder deal and my LG Q6. So You can connect these to any Bluetooth-enabled device. You just have to connect them one at a time. But that is the update here on the JLab Studio Bluetooth wireless headphones. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you all again for listening and tuning in. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Leave us 5-star ratings and reviews on your favorite podcast app and player of choice. Find the Beats and Speaks podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts, as well as my official website, LEIGHTDICKEY.com. Find us on YouTube as well under LEIGHTDICKEY TV. Become a guest and keep in touch with the show by emailing me at LeighTDickey@gmail.com. Follow me on social media at LeighTDickey. Of course, all that information is in the description. All right, so please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I've been Leigh Dickey. This has been another episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast, and we will see you all and talk to you all next Friday at midnight Eastern time for a brand new episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast. Leigh Dickey signing off. Peace.
LEIGHTDICKEY.com